Hey guys, welcome to a gamer's adventure. I'm Mike, I'm back at the game room. We're going to go over my vampire deck, but first off I want to show you something. As you guys can see this right here, this is from Cyclops Vapor. I pretty much use it as my mouse pad for my desk. But I put my cards on here because they're easy to pick up because, you know, it's soft. But a friend of mine was telling me that we have to change the background, something a little more magic-y, and he got me this. You guys will be seeing this from now on. He got me the Celestial Land. He says it was all to what, you know, what I do. I play the vampire deck a lot, and he felt I would love it. I love it. I want to thank my friend Mark for getting me this. This is an amazing thing right here. I love it. I love the Celestial Lands. But anyway, why I'm making this video is I've completed my vampire deck, and I want to let everybody know the changes I made. And if you guys want to go ahead and build one, this is a very successful deck. It's pretty scary. As in the first video, I had 2 witches' cottages. We start off with them. And we're going to start off with them too in this one. I did change the background. I got Sorin. And I added a third. I like its effect. The Witch's Cottage enters the battlefield untapped. You may put a target creature from your graveyard to the top of your library. You get to get your creature back, especially if they killed it. I got 3 chances to do that. I did remove one of the basic lands, but as you see when I changed out why he got me this, I changed out the basic lands. Every one of them are hollow. They're all foils. Every one of them. Can't really see to appreciate it in that thing, but they are gorgeous. These came from the local shop here in town, Frontline Games, as well as this mat, and as well as the case for it, which you guys will see at the end. But 24 lands. I removed one of the basics, added this one in to keep roughly the same land so you don't get mana stun. Then I move on to my instants to get them out of the view. The instants, I have changed them a lot. I got rid of a couple. Still have the Dark Remedy for 2 mana cost, a +1/+3 to the end of the turn, and Lash of Thorns. It's a +1/+2, and gains Death Touch. I still have all 4 of the Sorin's Thirst. Nothing has really changed there. And I added 1 more Murder card. Yes, as you can tell, they're all foil. Every one of them. These are absolutely spectacular looking cards. Well, the one thing I've noticed about Magic from Yu-Gi-Oh! The foils are really common in Yu-Gi-Oh! Here they're not really common. I mean, I've gotten a box much like this, the Deck Builders box. I've gotten them, and I would have come across maybe 3 foils, maybe 4 at the most, in that whole box, and that's well over close to 200 cards in there, or well over that. On to the sorcery we have. I removed a bunch of them, and I've added a whole lot. I kept Reap Soul in here. The target creature with a skill with a power of 3 or less is destroyed. I added these Spark Harvest. An additional cost to cast a spell is you sacrifice a creature or pay 3 mana, or 4 mana. You can destroy a creature or a planeswalker. These are pretty much like extra murders with a little bit of a twist with cost instead of paying the land, but it's 1 land to bring out to use it. So if you have a bunch of small creatures, you can sacrifice it, especially if one is enchanted. That'd be perfect for that. Cauldron's Gift, I did keep that. I kept both of them in there. If you remember from the last video, pretty much if you spent at least 3 black mana to bring that spell out, you take the top 4 cards of your graveyard and put the creature on top. You put on your field with a +1/+1. I also added this. I saw the effect of it. It's destroy all creatures. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap phase. Not a bad little trade out, especially if you have a lot of land. This is the only non-hollow here. I got the normal hollows. I'll show you that one. Look at that. It's so pretty. And I got 2 of them. And this is a promo hollow. It's actually dated. I don't know if you guys can see the date on there, but the date is right down there. See a little writing? It is 2017 of July, 8 or 9. Between 8 and 9 July 2017. Really, really pretty. Those are the added ones. It seems to be working out quite well and quite shocking when you bring him out and you destroy everything they have. Alright, on to my creatures. These were some of the biggest changes were made. I have the Blood Burglar. I took one of them away. I only have 2 in there now because I had to make room for a few others. The Savage Goya, we have 3 of them. Same as last time. Blood Burglar is 2 to bring out. It's a 2/2. He has lifelink as long as it's my turn. The Savage Goya, he's flying. He's at the beginning of your end step. If an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on him. It's a good way to get him up fairly quickly. And he costs 3 mana. Soren's Guide. I had 2 of him in the last one. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I had 4 of the Savage Goyas. I'm sorry about that. Soren's Guide. I had 2. He does bring out the Planeswalker, which we'll get to. I added 2 more. I bet you can guess why. We added the Planeswalker. Pretty much allows you to search your deck and your graveyard, bring out Sorin, the Vampire Lord. I also added these. Nightmare. He's flying. His power and toughness are equal to the swamps you control. In a deck like this, that can be extremely powerful. That would make anybody cringe. But I got 4 of them. Costs 6 mana to bring out, but for a card that powerful, worth it. I kept these in there from last time. Vampire of the Dire Moon, because I like their Death Touch ability. It's good to block someone, and it takes out their creature really quickly. I like that. I added this guy. A friend of mine, my friend Mark, loves this card. He says it's probably one of the prettiest cards I have. I think all of them are, but he likes it. Merciless Eternal. I mean, look at that. That is just, it's beautiful. I love the artwork on these cards. The Merciless Eternal is a flick 2. It's whenever this creature becomes blocked, defending player loses 2 life. And he's a 2/2 with a 3 mana count. 3 mana to bring out. He pretty much gives the opponent a reason not to attack or block, because they're going to take damage anyway. And of course, the Eye Collector. I left him in here. I know I said in the last video that these are going to be pretty much my favorite cards right here. Them. But these take in my heart. The Eye Collector, pretty much he deals combat damage to an opponent. They lose the top card of their deck. Love that effect. It's a great way to whittle their deck down, like I said before. But now I got 4 of them. Having all 4 of them out would devastate someone's deck and their plan or whatever they had going on. All in all, 27 creatures. I think it's a good balance between creatures and lands, especially since I have a lot of low cost creatures. Now on to the Planeswalkers. Yes, it does summon Sorin the Vampire Lord, which I did find one of him. Of course, I had to get him foil. Alright, that's pretty. Of course. Love his effects. +1 is one target creature gets a +2/+0 till end of turn. -2, he deals 4 damage to any target. You gain 4 life. And -8 till end of turn. The vampire you control gets tapped. I gain control of target creature. Pretty much take control of someone's board. You have a lot of creatures. You take control of their whole army, probably. I added this one here, Sorin the Impervious Bloodlord, as you see from the cards. My card character uses. Target creature you control gains Death Touch till you end of turn. If it's a vampire, he's a +1. +1/+1. Another +1 is you sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin Impervious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. Little bit of a downer to that one, but still works. And -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand into the battlefield. Pretty much an instant play. You can get that off the rip too, because these are 4 loyalty. And that's only a -3. And then probably this one here, which a friend of mine hates, the 3rd ability. It's Sorin Markov. He deals 2 target to any creature or player, and you gain 2 life, and that's the +2. -3, the opponent's life total becomes 10. So if you have someone who likes to have a lot of life given to them in their deck, you can take care of that problem. And -7, you control the player's next turn. That's wide open. I don't know the ruling on that one, but if it's pretty much you are them, you pretty much can just go over there and look at their deck and say, I quit. And it's an instant lose scenario. A lot of fun. But pretty much that's the vampire deck. There's 77 cards in there. I might do a little more. Oh, I did forget about these 2. You guys remember him from the last time, the Clackbridge Troll. He's one of my favorite heavy hitters. Had to add a second one. And this I found in a booster. And I was shocked when I found it. All hollow. Love the... I call them hollows. It's old school saying it's a foil. Love the foiling to it. But again, 77 cards. I think it works pretty good. Now on to the box. I don't know if I showed it. That's the box. It's the Commander LX. Holds 100 cards. Nice and soft inside. The material it's made out of is amazing. And then of course you got the top drawer, which holds your tokens, dice, like I have here, or your sideboard. I don't work with a sideboard, but I should, probably should, but I don't. This came from the local card store here, Frontline Games here in Clarksville. Again, I'm not promoting them. I go from experience. They are great people. If you guys are in Clarksville, you want to learn how to play, that'd be the best place to go do it. But that ends this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of the deck. If you guys have any constructive comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And again, as always, stay safe.